Hi everybody, welcome to GGW Sharks, the 59th event. It's been incredible. We had so many amazing events. One in Palo Alto last month. It was incredible Silicon Valley vibe with Silicon Valley investors and Silicon Valley startups. Last week we had GGW Sharks in San Francisco during San Francisco Tech Week. It was 700 people RSVP'd, and just incredible how many people are willing to be part of our community and this event. And we got so much love and support. We so appreciate that. And today we have GGW Sharks LA Tech Week in partnership with Anderson Horowitz and Tech Week. So this is the exciting moment for all of us, because LA Tech Week is happening once a year, and it's been so many amazing events so far. And I just came from Startup World Cup, which is happening, like the finals happening today. I was one of the judges, so I'm just doing this in between right now because there's just so much happening in Silicon Valley, and LA Tech Week is now part of this ecosystem this week. Now, the 59 Shark events, we were doing this for several years, and we've got like over 10,000 people participated, and I'll tell you why. Because Go Global World is the #1 platform where we do warm introductions between startups and investors. Only those people we personally know, and we prove to our ecosystem. We became product of the day on Product Hunt. We are supported by Berkeley Skydeck as their alumna, and this is where you can scan the QR code if you want to get access to our platform. Now, it's not just a static profile you create. Investors create their investor profile, and so startups can apply for funding, and the system will process their request and will tell investors if it's a fit or not a fit to their criteria instantly. For startups, you have your beautiful one-pager that has essential information that investors care about, and so then when they see your one-pager with your 60-second video elevator pitch, it allows us to actually help you create this interpersonal chemistry that may also help you to get connected with them, but also you are pitching to them automatically. And when I say you guys have right perfect match with them, because we really mean it. We have your profile with a 60-second elevator pitch where the system is pitching on your behalf, and it's not just the criteria we have in mind, it's also you yourself automatically pitching to every investor that is a fit to your criteria. And so that is how we try to create a perfect match between the investor and the startup. And for investors, it's very easy. Puzzle connect, and it takes very little time to decide. Now, Go Global World, or GGW, is the group of companies. The second company we have is called GGW Services, and this is where we help startups with backing them on administrative services, such as incorporation, taxes, and accounting. We have so many customers in the United States and outside the United States. And this is really important, because our customers, they refer us continuously. They come and never leave. And there is a reason why, because it's built from founders, for founders, by founders. And this is where we also can help you with this upcoming tax season. So this is our contacts, and this is our QR code. So connect with my team, we will help you. We will be glad to help you. And with that said, I'm inviting to the stage the sponsor of today's event, the Agentic. This is the AI infrastructure for AI agent builders. Akash, are you here? Please turn your
I'm just going to keep my video off. I'll just share my screen. That's
okay.
Okay.
You don't need to share your screen. You can actually tell me when to switch the slides.
Okay. Okay. All right. So just either way. So yeah, we can start. Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. So just a quick background. My name is Akash Saraf. I'm the founder of the Agentic. Rather than giving a boring sales talk, I'll rather talk about a trend we call the lean vertical AI startup. We build agent infrastructure for more than 450 AI founders and startups. And what I'm going to speak about today is a trend that we're seeing, a new way of building AI companies, which allows a lot more founders to play in this space. So here's an interesting statistic. More than 99.3% of founders who will try to raise seed or VC money will get rejected and never be able to raise money. Next slide, please, Salil. And out of those 0.7%, only 3 to 5% of the founders or companies that get money are able to, after 5, 7, 10 years of hard work and a lot of founder energy going into it, are actually able to return any money to the investors or to the founders. So the short answer is the chance of you basically making money as a founder after building a startup and raising money is 20 out of 100,000. Pretty bad odds. Just quick about agentic. So we are an agent infrastructure company. We build our own large language models. We've got an interesting fine-tuning technology where we can fine-tune in 50 to 100 samples. And we also have a new language model, what we call the long document reasoning model, which has a context size of close to 1 billion input tokens and 4 million output tokens. And we have this program where we help founders build AI products. We don't take any money, and you only pay us once you do a successful fundraise. Next slide, Daniel. So what's changing? Classically, in the world of software, what you normally did was you basically had an idea, created a pitch deck, you pitch around till you're blue in the face, and hopefully raise some money, build a proof of concept. If you're lucky and get a product market fit, then raise money again to get your initial set of customers, then raise money again, then raise money again. And this keeps going on until most founders, at the end of the time when the company IPOs or exits, they own typically 3 to 5% of the company. What's changing with AI is we work with more than 70 founders. We've helped them build the AI products, and they have gone from no funding, 1 to 2% founder companies, built a full production grade product, have got customers, and they're only raising money to scale their companies. And the way we see it is that they'll be having profitable tech companies that they run where they own 80 or 90% of it. And I'm not talking about simple stuff like AI GTM. We work with startups building in the pharmaceuticals and biotech space. We work with startups working in the aerospace area. Very difficult domains. Still, this is a very much a feasible model. Next slide, please, Daniel. Now, what's enabling this particular model? It's not vibe coding. For anybody who thinks you can vibe code and build production systems, that's a bad idea. Vibe coding is only good for prototyping. What's changing is with AI, a lot more niches are getting created. And what we're finding, we work with more than, I said, close to 600 startups which are using our tech, and we have 70 of them, we've actually helped them build the AI product. What we're finding is if you focus your product correctly, and I don't try to go too broad, your revenue per customer is a lot more, and your cost of acquiring customers is 1/10 to sometimes 1/100 of what it was in the software world, basically. So this is changing the whole tech scaling business on its head. Now, what does this mean? It's going to create 10 times more companies because code writing is a commodity. If all you can write is code, you have a problem. The real value is founder context and founder ability, and that's why we feel that literally hundreds of thousands or millions of basically vertical AI companies will get created. Next slide. And last thing to say I have here is that basically not only are AI agents changing the technology backbone, but they're also changing the business models of how tech companies are getting created. If you look at your vertical AI agent like a SaaS company, that's a very limiting view of the world. Two trends we're seeing. Next slide. One is custom software is back. So in the world of SaaS, you spend typically 9 to 18 months building a product, and your product had some tweaks that customers can change. In the world of AI, what's happening is basically, you can build a product literally with, you build a product in 3-6 months and you customize per client, and most customers pay you a lot more because they see a lot more value. Then I can skip this slide. I'll go to the next slide. So just the last word about the agentic. For founders who are building, we do run a program called the Launchpad, where what we do is if you've already built your product, we help you with AI accuracy. Or if you've not built a product and you don't write code, we become your technical co-founder, build your product for you until you're able to successfully fundraise. Once you successfully fundraise, you can pay us back, and we don't take any equity. If you're interested, just look us up at theagentic.ai and book a time. That's all I have to present. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you so much, Akash. Akash is an incredible founder, and they keep supporting Go Global World for quite a while already. So please share your contacts and your information in the chat. And everyone, please try out the Agentic. This is an amazing, amazing company, and it can help you build your products. And they don't take your equity. This is incredible. So with that said, I'm gonna kick off our session. And now we can see our shark. This is an incredible panel. We have Alexander Zemlyak from Geek Ventures, Ankur Sethi from Winner Capital. I like the name. Mether from Hallstone Ventures, Dan Ellis from Sher Ventures, and Slava Darkhaev from Matrix Capital. These investors are from different parts of the world, include LA, Texas, Toronto, Israel, and even Cyprus. And they are here for LA Tech Week to see your startups today. And if you convince any of them with your projects, we will do a warm intro to each of those investors who say yes today to you. Now, I'm going to let investors to present themselves, but before that, let's discuss the rules. The rules make these events organized, efficient, and you can succeed better. So please keep yourself muted all the time, except for investors. And if you're willing to pitch, raise your hand, and then we'll understand if you want to pitch. But if you are among those who are willing to pitch, please keep your Zoom profile with your name, last name, and a company name, and keep your video on so my team can identify you and verify that it's really you who you are. So we ensure that we are giving a word to those startups you know, and or this is a real founder. So we are doing a lot of background work while we are deciding who's going to pitch next during the event. In terms of pitching, those who filled out their profile and email us they want to pitch, they will pitch first today. So they're pre-selected initially. Then in line would be those who have revenue, and share with us your revenue here in the chat. My team will be asking about that. And for the rest of the people on a first come, first serve basis. So we try to give an opportunity to pitch to every single founder. But if you don't get a chance to pitch, no worries. Just let my team know via email and we'll put you on a stage in the upcoming events. We're gonna give a priority to those startups who never pitched, and so we're trying this every event. And those who are pitching, please respect time. You've got only 2 minutes, elevator pitch, and questions. It's just 2 hours event maximum. We will have a hard stop after the end of the event. Please don't forget to provide us feedback. We will send you feedback forms, and we will connect you with those investors who said yes to this event. And with that said, I want to remind you that we also have investors in the chat. Please network, exchange contacts, but don't allow anyone to sell you services or something. If you have someone trying to sell you something in the chat, please let us know. We will ask these people to leave. We want this to be a safe place for founders and investors. And finally, if you want this to be an ideal presentation, please keep it as a story under 2 minutes. You don't have much time. Get to the point of what you do and why you're unique. Don't forget to mention your revenue or traction. So that might be an interesting point for investors to ask you more questions. And finally, let's make some noise because it's a late tech week. Take screenshots, post it on LinkedIn, Twitter, and tag Go Global World, the speakers. And this is our contacts, goglobal.world and info@goglobal.world. With that said, I'm gonna let investors present themselves. I'm so excited to have you guys here. This is an incredible panel again and again. We have hundreds of investors, and I'm grateful to each one of you coming to our event, dear investors. So let's start with Ankur. Ankur, please present yourself. Like in 60 seconds or less, tell us what you do and maybe your criteria as well.
Sure. Thanks, Daniel, for putting this together. Seems like it's going to be an interesting 2 hours for all of us. To give everybody a quick background, I was an operator, largely built across retail tech, food tech, fintech, and health tech before I decided to be an investor. I now run a syndicate fund called Winner Capital. We invest anything between 100K to $1 million, and we are pretty sector agnostic, but we don't do B2B SaaS, typically enterprise or bio deep tech stuff as well. So we are more consumer tech, B2C, B2B2C kind of investors. And very happy to be a strategic partner on the cap table than just the money or the capital on the cap table. And excited to be here. Looking forward to hear the pitches and join a few folks in the longer journey as well, hopefully.
Hopefully, we are so excited to have you. Thanks for coming and supporting us. And Ankur is from Toronto, Canada. So excited to have you. Slava Darkhaev from Cyprus, Matrix Capital. Tell us a few words about yourself, about your fund, 60 seconds or less.
Yeah, hi guys, and great to be here. Yeah, I'm based in Cyprus. It's a family office basically, and we invest in tech overall, and we basically cover all the stages from seed to IPO and even public. And our focus is a bit opposite to Ankur, so we prefer B2B, SaaS, AI, this kind of thing. Yeah, and we invest globally, but prefer US market. So I split my time between US and Europe. And great to be here.
We're excited to have you as well. Thank you, Slava, for coming. Appreciate that. And we're moving up. Derek Mether from LA. He's part of LA Tech Week, and so excited to have you. Please say a few words about yourself, your fund, etc.
Yes, thanks, Daniel, for having me. I really appreciate it. Honored to be up here with you, fellow Sharks. As he said, I'm based in Los Angeles, and before Venture, I spent a little over 15 years in actually the professional film and television industry. So I've been in an agency, a studio. I'm a produced writer, so I kind of have a little bit of that like right brain, left brain thing going on. And I've become very interested recently in, investing in AI and this other wave of technologies that is revolutionizing how content is being created, distributed, monetized across pretty much all forms of entertainment. And I am with Hallstone Ventures, also based out of LA.
Fantastic. So excited to have you. And we're moving on. Dan Ellis. Dan Ellis is one of those investors who actually literally invested in one of the startups from Shark Tank in here. And it was an incredible investment. So, but Dan, please say a few words about yourself. You are been with us so many times, and I'm so grateful that you keep supporting us.
Yeah, thanks. I feel like I'm one of the OGs at this point, but it's great to be on Sharks again. Thanks for having me as always, Daniel. Hey everyone, Dan Ellis. I'm in Austin, Texas. I am an exited founder, and I have over 10 years experience as an angel investor and startup advisor. I'm currently representing the investing interests of a family office called Sher Ventures. And we're actually investing, typically doing checks around 100K, pretty much all early stage founders that are working on companies that we feel have category defining potential. Mostly sector agnostic, but we're especially looking for companies where AI is kind of underlying the results and the traction. But mostly looking for amazing founders that are working on interesting products with solid signs of traction and growth. And I'm excited to be here and to hear the pitches today. Thanks.
We're excited to have you, Dan. Thanks so much. Alex, you're opening our session, no pressure, just a global session from LA Tech Week. So a few words about yourself and about your fund.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel. Yeah, so my name is Alex. I'm based in Israel, but we are a New York-based fund called Geek Ventures. We invest in immigrant founders in the US, primarily at pre-seed and seed. We typically invest between $100,000 and $700,000 as a first check. We do almost double of that amount as a follow-on, usually in the best performing companies. So we have around 50 companies in our fund one, 6 companies in fund two, out of which we currently invest. So we're excited about, vertical AI solutions, deep tech, robotics, B2B software. We're generalists, but with the focus on heavy technical teams. So my background, I've been working in a VC all my life, so for 12 years now. And my partner, he is a former Google and Facebook engineer, and he's very technical, and he also was a very successful angel investor. So yeah, most of our LPs are technical C-level and VP level people from big tech in the US. So that's something that will also help with the connections too. So yeah, we're excited to be here and looking forward to the pitches. Thank you, Daniel.
We're excited to have you in here as well. So this is amazing, and I'm so grateful that we have so many investors. I'm kicking myself out from the stage, and let's kick this off right away. The first one to present is Andre Queres from DDAI Agent. Andre, are you ready?
Hello. Yes.
All right, I'm putting you to the stage. You've got 2 minutes. You may start now.
Thanks a lot, Andrea. Queiroz from Brazil, and I developed DDAI agents, which is the MVP stage, and it is an AI agent for Amazon sellers specifically to create listing at scale. The problem is these folks have thousands or tens of thousands of products, and they only keep keyword research and optimization for just 5% of the products. Even agents or bigger sellers. So I'm creating this AI agent that do it with 0 active work time, so they can just work and create the listing for all their agents, for all their products. And of course, they can optimize even more if they want. But yeah, so it's on MVP stage. I just pivoted and created this MVP, and it's got customers now. But I'm looking for pre-seed rounds of 5% of the company for $100K.
All right, right on time. Thank you. Dear Sharks, do you have any questions?
Andre, thanks for that. Maybe a quick question. Beyond listings for your customers, what additional or continual value are you providing for your customers?
Right. We can expand into images. We can expand it also into continuous optimization. So there is the connection between the keyword that is on title bullets, the PPC strategy they have. So the more money they put here on PPC correlates to where the keywords are. Depending on the async stage or the product stage, you will try other keywords. You try more broad keyword, more get bolder. So this is about how it can go.
Okay, so you're kind of working on the Amazon SEO, as it were, to get like better product placement for them as well.
Yes.
Okay, cool, thanks.
I was the fund engineer on Data Dive. It's another product in this same area. So I'm kind of picking up where that company started. It's 3 million ARR.
And what's your background? What did you do before?
So yeah, I am a technical person. So both technical and IT and product management. My most relevant experience was as founding engineer and product manager of Data Dive, which is analytics for Amazon sellers.
Any more questions from the Sharks?
Just a quick one, Andre. Also, do you help with the sourcing in the supply chain, like as a seller? Will the tool help predict some sales and sourcing as well?
Not at this moment. We are going on the roadmap. There is already like variation and sub niche discovery, because if we know the keywords that this thing has, we know, okay, there is some new keywords that we can group together. There's several layers of AI that I do, like 12 calls of AI to do this, and we can time's up, I guess.
Yeah, finish your thought. Finish your thought, like 10
So it's sub niche discovery. So okay, they have this catalog, but there is these products that can use this keyword that you're not yet ranking on, for instance.
I see. So, dear Sharks, now the question is, who is in, who is out? So, if you are in, please say that you're in, and we will connect you after like this event today, tomorrow. And if you're out, please give feedback, like quick feedback, like 30 seconds or less. So, let's start with Dan Ellis. Are you in or out?
I'm going to be out because honestly, we just invest in companies that are US or Canada based. So kind of on that dimension alone. I don't think the idea is like, it's not without merit. I do think the listing part of it is kind of a small part of the equation, and it's something that is maybe will feel like a convenience. But I think ultimately sellers are going to want better product ranking. And so I would probably stress that, you are doing these things and automating the process. But in addition to that, you're providing value by creating those listings with best practices in mind, so that their products are going to win better ranking. And I think that will be a driver to get customers for you.
That's happening, but maybe it wasn't clear. Sorry.
We have very little time, so it's just feedback. But let's move on. And the next up is Derek. What do you have in mind? In or out?
Yeah, I have to say I'm out. It's just it's kind of a thesis thing, but also yeah, I feel like kind of along the lines of what Dan had to say. I think I'd want to see a little bit more of a robust offering of different types of services you could provide.
I think they're poor.
All right, 2 Sharks are out, and let's see about the rest of 3. Ankur?
I'm out as well. My concern would be the stage right now. I think integrating with Amazon, it should be fairly quick and easy the way I see it. I mean, especially from an MVP standpoint, there should be few customers already. Like that's how I would look at it as an MVP. And then yes, there's a geography conflict as well for us too.
Thank you. 3 Sharks are out. Slava?
I would pass.
Let's hear a deal. Go in for like half.
Let me see who's talking. Just a second. Give me a second.
You're probably not getting first.
Continue, Slava.
Yeah, I believe that marketing is not my focus, but overall, my perception is that it sounds like more like service business rather than like tech scalable business. So I believe like the business model not the best fit. But thanks for the pitch.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, I'm also out. So it was a great pitch and I think interesting background. But yeah, the topic is out of relevance for us as a firm, and I think the market is kind of very saturated and low mode. So, but good luck. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Andrea.
Thank you. God bless.
Yeah, Andrea, thanks so much. Great job. And this is your feedback. Please share your contacts in the chat, and we're moving on. Next up is, let me see, Eres Tsur from PLab. Eres, are you ready? All right.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. All right.
Great, thank you so much
take it
for
away.
the opportunity. PLabs is a vertical Gen AI infrastructure for 3D wearable creation. It's all started with a moment at my home. My daughter is a gamer. She came very upset saying Roblox doesn't have enough skins. I don't feel unique. That took us to 100 plus conversations with across gaming, digital fashion, VFX, and animation studios. The feedback was clear. Creating 3D wearable today is manual, slow, expensive, and it doesn't build for scale. It takes 30 to 250 hours just to take and create one single asset. And the commodity Gen AI, as it exists today, simply doesn't work in production. We automated the creation pipeline to just 4 minutes per asset at a fraction of today's unit cost. The addressable market is 70 billion, going to 120 billion by 2030 at a 12% CAGR. Bottlenecked are the legacy tools. The demand is booming. The infrastructure doesn't. PLabs isn't just a Gen AI tool. Our team combines deep 3D experiences, physics simulation, machine learning, and machine vision. And we identified 5 potential patterns to ensure structural accuracy and high fidelity. We are backed by top industry leaders, including the former CRO of Activision Blizzard, Microsoft, and the former managing director of Unreal Engine, Epic International, and our current round is led by Fairway Capital Partners. Our business model is B2B, SaaS. Clients will be subscribing to our platform and also pay per asset as they scale. It's ARR driven, usage locked, and built in for repeatability. Our ask is $1.5 million for the safe. This will support our launch for our first out of 3 cloud native 2D to 3D tool and unlocks immediate revenue growth. The big vision is to be the creative infrastructure for the 3D internet. We are not just speeding up creation, we are unlocking a new era of digital oppression, personalization, and commerce. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dear Sharks, do you have any questions?
Quick one, Eris. I'm sorry, I didn't completely understand. You're saying that you're creating these digital assets on top of these gaming layers, like Roblox can have, let's say, the StarCast of Pacific Rim. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so there are a couple of different garments when you create a game or when you do animation or you do a movie. One of them is the skins for the avatars, wearables. Those are the ones that were not automated so far. Nobody was able to do that because of the physics layer related to the wearable needs to move together with the body of the avatar. So we automated this process. We have the specific experience to do that, and we had an exclusivity data usage with a certain tier 1 vendor that is like the ground truth for our validation and training of our AI models.
And where are you guys based?
We are opening it in Delaware. We're a new company. We've been 9 months now under the radar screen. So Delaware, and then putting people in Los Angeles.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Any more questions? Go ahead.
Yeah. Thanks, Eris, for the pitch. What's your competitive advantage? So is it your proprietary model which allow you to build this?
So we are we have a multidisciplinary approach, and we created a specific customized flow. We took one of the foundational models. We checked like 2015 probably. We didn't take the best one. We took the one that was relevant to us in the future, and we did domain adaptation. And then we work on the models with technology transfer and put a lot of machine vision and machine learning into it, and created a working product currently on our engineering laptops, which we want to take to the cloud and provide a UI and start selling. This would be very quick revenue coming over, because it's actually doing automatically what people are doing today for hours on hours, sometimes days.
All right. We probably have time for one last question.
Here is thanks for the pitch. Are you currently monetizing this? And if not, what evidence do you have that it will be monetizable? Are you in conversations with studios, and what does that look like?
Yeah, so Narwhal Studios in LA is our design partner, and Keywords Studios, we did a benchmark with them. They are the biggest studio in the world, and we checked that we are currently doing the automation 50x time faster than what it's taking them to do it manually. We have the vision of 500, and also in terms of the support that we are getting vouched by, the former managing director of Unreal Engine. And the former CRO of Microsoft, Activision Blizzard. Those are people that understand what can be done, and I think that we are on track to do that.
All right. With that said, I have a question to the Sharks. Who is in, who's out? Let's start from Alex.
Yeah, it was a great pitch, and yeah, I'm familiar with the company because we've been in touch previously. So I guess for me, I mean, I love your background and kind of the long-term vision, but I'm not sure I like I'm not sure I believe the company can become like a standalone proper business. I think it's a probably it's add-on or like feature, but I just don't see how it can become like a big business. And I have experience investing in a couple of similar companies that also trying to do automation for assets generation on Unity, but just for different sectors, and they didn't went well. So and basically I'm out, but
Sorry for background noise. We're trying to identify who is this, but we will. Okay, thank you. Slava?
Yeah, thanks, Ellis, for the pitch. And I believe the team is very strong. But overall, like, gaming space is not my focus, so I believe I will just pass.
All right, 2 Sharks out, 3 left. Ankur?
Yeah, we've also looked at some more companies in the same space, specifically gaming. I think I like this idea. There could be a potential, but I've not seen too much traction in this space so far. So I would maybe we should connect afterwards and keep us posted, not immediately of our interest, but eventually if you're able to build something significant out of this, happy to connect at later point in time maybe.
Okay.
But I'm out for today.
All right, thank you so much. Derek?
Hey, great pitch. Really appreciated it. I have to say, unfortunately, I think I'm out as well. I may be a bit contrarian to some of the other people up here. I sort of have a general skepticism of the kind of the whole sector of like digital assets and collectibles and stuff like that. So nothing personal with you or your company. I'm just still kind of waiting for that to be proved out a little bit more as an investment class.
All right. Thank you. And then?
I'm going to be out on this one, although, I mean, I do think it, is interesting and has potential, but I kind of have a concern about how defensible this is in the era of AI image generation. There's continual improvements and base models. Any kind of technological edge could just be eroded like really quickly. And I think it could be a highly competitive space, so kind of a race to the bottom in terms of pricing. So I kind of agree with the other panelists that I'm not sure this is one that could reach the kind of scale that we would be interested in. But yeah, that said, good luck, and I hope you make it.
Thank you so much. Ares, this is your feedback, and we're moving on. Next up is Oleg Galinker. Oleg, are you ready?
Yeah, hi everyone.
Let me find you just a second. Have you turned on your video? I don't see you. Just a second.
Yeah, I'm on. I can see myself.
You can see yourself. All right. So please take it away. You got 2 minutes.
Hi everyone, great to see some familiar and new faces. So I'm Oleg, I'm a founder and CEO of Truly. In my previous job, I was the founding CTO of Global E and helped it build into a multi-billion-dollar company listed on NASDAQ. Now I've put together a world-class team and launched Truly, the first private photo sharing network focused on events. So billions of authentic photos are taken at events and just disappear on private chats or social media in 24 hours. So organizers also hire professional photographers to start to spark some post-event buzz, but attendees rarely engage either. So organizers end up with nothing, no networking opportunities, no reach, no engagement. So we built a private social network platform that turns event photos into a golden asset for engagement and marketing that never expires. We basically unite a persistent social network and powerful business tools to drive ongoing sharing and lasting organizer value long after the event. And it aligns with modern trends like authentic content, micro-influencer marketing, community-driven marketing, and we always respect user privacy. We have now confirmed pilots with Sports Tech Nation and Expo conference in Munich, with Doers United Summit in Dubai, and several other prospects in conferences and corporate event space. We also have quite a strong pipeline in including some top tier brands, and we are targeting a $60 billion market in photo sharing, UGC, and engagement marketing at events. And this industry is predicted to double by 2030. So we're planning to announce our next race next month. And meanwhile, I'll be more than happy to take your questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear Sharks. Any questions?
Oleg, thanks for the pitch. Could you please discuss your current revenue, traction, and metrics that matter in this space, such as daily, weekly active users?
Yeah, sure. So we are currently pre-revenue, so we are just close some pilots, and if they are successful, then obviously we have a clear path to revenue. So we know what is the pricing and how to price it. It will be essentially either pricing per event attendee for one-time events and annual subscription for corporate events, for example, for the folks that run ongoing events, definitely in multiple locations in different offices. That's the plan. Essentially, our main goal is not only to get to the significant revenue, but also to make sure that every single individual who uses our platform at one of the events is exposed to Truly at least 3 times to get to the sufficient frequency of usage, so they will basically click and will understand that this is a platform that they can use outside of this specific event. Then it will actually become the massive social platform that the organizers will be able to fully capitalize on as well.
Oleg, one fundamental question: why are you doing this?
Well, because I'm a serial entrepreneur. I could have could have stayed in my previous company with a guaranteed corporate job forever. I just wanted to to build some like an amazing, huge consumer platform, and basically it's missing for myself. I miss photos. I used to miss them, not anymore because I'm truly a user now. And then I realized that actually event organizers have the same problem like consumers do, where the best photos are lost. And now, ironically, the better event you organize, the more photos users take, the more mess is created, and the less chances of you actually capitalizing on your amazing events. That's basically the missed opportunity, the missed asset that we're trying to build. By the way, it's quite similar to what we did with Global E when we converted missed traffic from international cross-border consumers and basically raised the conversion. So that's pretty much the same philosophy.
Thank you.
I dislike waste, and I'm trying to solve the waste.
Yeah, thank you, Oleg. We passed time. So, dear Sharks, who's in, who's out, who's interested to connect with Oleg, or who's not? Let's start with Derek.
Hey, I'm very impressive background. I thought you gave a great pitch. I'm out, unfortunately. I think I've got a couple of questions around sort of the overall TAM of this. Like I'm kind of trying to wrap my head around exactly how many both users and users you're going to have with this, and then also when it comes to something that's got a social component. It's got to be exciting. It's got to draw in eyeballs. It has to make people want to engage with it. And so I understand the problem you're solving, but I'm not making the connection to how you make people interested in engaging with your platform to participate in the solution.
Thank you. Slava?
I believe I just don't understand why someone would like to pay for photo sharing nowadays. I just didn't get the value yet. So I believe I will just pass.
Alec, this is the final feedback. We just trying to make this efficient, though. So this is just final feedback from investors. Alex.
Yeah. No, I'm in. Great pitch, Alec, and we, as a founder, we love working with serial entrepreneurs and founders who previously had big success, and you, Alec, apparently has very big success globally and multi-billion-dollar company, and that's very interesting. Obviously, I do have some minor concerns around. Let's say first, I think you mentioned private social network too many times, so I think it's like 2010 thing. It's like we're in 2025, so there should be something else. Just to kind of put this. But other than that, I mean, I love the idea, and happy to kind of continue working. Thank you.
So it's in, right?
Yes.
All right, congrats. So we have the first shark for today's speech. It's Alex, and so 2 out, 1 in. Alec, by the way, is also in Israel, like you, Alex. So it's maybe an opportunity to meet in person. Now, the next up is who is Ankur, and then.
Yeah. Great pitch, Oleg, great background as well. But I think, like Derek, I'm also doubtful of the TAM and the sizable market that this can get to. And I mean, social media is social. I mean, social media is not social anymore, to be honest. So we've got to figure out to build something, really social about it as well. Which I think photographs is a great idea, but just through events and all of that, I'm not just able to wrap my brain around, how can this be a big opportunity that way. So I'm out for today.
Thank you.
Then, thank you, Ankur.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out on this. I do think like niche social like this, it's really fickle, and it's also just early for us. I think as Derek and Ankur said, I think you really need something extraordinary or special in this space in order to compete for the attention. And I wasn't hit with a wow moment here that really piqued my interest. That said, I wish you explosive growth and good luck with your launch.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alec. This is your feedback, and we're moving on. Appreciate that. Next up is Melissa Wood. Melissa, you ready? You got 2 minutes?
Yes, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you well.
Oh,
You got 2 minutes.
awesome.
Take it away.
Awesome. So 9 years ago, my family experienced our first home renovation, and we were blindsided by unexpected costs, delays, even unsafe conditions. I'm Melissa Wood, founder of Formus, home of Sethi, a spatial AI design engine that helps renovation professionals plan smarter and build better. My team brings decades of experience in leadership, renovations, and technology, and we've all lived the very problem that Formus is solving. We're backed by advisors who have held roles as CEO at Dwell and head of business at Uber. Now, a product is a game changer. When an actor that we all know and love switched to an architect using Formus, calling the experience like night and day. That's the power of a product disrupting a $600 billion industry projected to hit $800 billion by 2027. And here's the brutal reality. 90% of projects go over budget due to design-induced rework, with 74% of homeowners regretting their design decisions. The problem is, as homeowners, we don't know what we don't know, and we rely on these overwhelmed professionals who are juggling multiple projects and making costly oversights. Forma solves this with Sethi, an AI engine that guides homeowners and professionals from the very first conversation. Built on 3 intelligent layers, Sethi learns from real projects, predicts risk, and guides both homeowners and pros to reduce those costly mistakes. Last year, we tested Sethi on 2 successful bathroom renovations, completed on budget with no mid-construction changes, leading to 15 projects across the U.S. and a growing wait list. The professionals report saving over 50% of time, with one client already seeing a 5x in revenue growth this year from using Formus. This success has bootstrapped us to cash flow positive with a 20x revenue growth, and we are now raising $2.5 million to expand our team, scale development, and really capitalize on a market pool that we're already experiencing. So my family's first big renovation didn't just cost us, it exposed a broken system. So join us and be part of a paradigm shift in how renovations are planned and delivered. Thank you.
Right on time. Thank you. Dear Sharks, anyone have a question?
Melissa, did you do a mirror practice for a minute before pitching in? You were right on time.
I do a lot of pitches. This is, I think, my 4th one this week at Tech Week.
Fantastic. It was a great pitch. I love the solution as well. And yeah, I mean, before Daniel asked for the feedback, I would be in. I would want to talk to you after the event as well.
Wow.
Awesome. Thank you. Wow.
Congrats, Melissa. Fantastic.
Get straight to it. That's awesome.
Let's move on. Who's next? Who has a question, if any? Slava, go for it.
What's your current traction?
So we are currently, just so it's very clear, we are operating on as a product-led service right now. So we launched the prototype last year. That's what bootstrapped us. So we started that with that one renovation that the architect, designer, and GC from that project brought us in more projects, and then those professionals are pulling us in projects. So that grassroots growth has led us to 15 projects with a wait list. And so we are currently monetizing at 40% of the design fee through the product-led service, and then we're currently building out the actual SaaS product to be able to onboard more architects and designers. And that's our goal. We're launching that in January with a goal to bring on 500 users with our next raise.
Thank you. Next, Slava.
Melissa, can you clarify? Have you been sort of like running this like without like a actual SaaS product behind the scenes? So you're just sort of like can you sort of clarify how you're doing this?
For sure. So that the product is running behind the scenes. So, but we are, it's an MVP, right? There's parts of it that are still very service oriented. So we're having to, but it is built out, but it needs to be productized to take to market. Right now, it's operating all of our internal renovations, but the goal is for us to remove ourselves as the service, right? Like we want to be fully SaaS.
Got it. And is it for homeowners or contractors specifically? Like who pays? Who's your customer?
The professionals. They whoever owns the project. So the project owner of the renovation.
Okay, and are they paying, like, is your vision that they'll pay a SaaS fee, or is it some percentage of the design fee, as you were alluding to?
Yeah, so we would make it through, the money would go through a subscription model, and as so a professional would use it, and as their team grows, they can add extra users with monthly license, and we'll introduce a tiered pricing model. And as we continue to grow, we can integrate other features like that will bring more revenue streams in, like e-commerce and affiliate partnerships.
Great, thanks.
Thank you. So I see that there is a lot of interest from investors. If you have any like critical question, please go ahead. But if not, I'm going to ask who's in, who's out. All right, who's in, who's interested to connect with Melissa, and who's out, please give your feedback. Then let's start with you.
Well, I think you did a really good job pitching. This would be early for us, so I'm going to be out for that reason alone, because we invest strictly post-product. We just like to have something that's, we like to know that like founders can get that product built, get it across the line, and from that point, that's sort of where our interest lies.
Thank you, Dan. Derek?
Hey, Melissa, I thought you had a great pitch. Really, obviously, you clearly practiced, nailed it right on time there. I have to say, I'm in. I think that this is a huge problem that I know many people who have dealt with personally. And I think any business where you can save people time, money, headache is usually a good one to be in. I have to say the caveat that it's not going to be right thesis wise for my firm. But I am, plugged into a network of other VCs that I would be happy to, blast it out to and make warm intros that make sense and that sort of thing.
Wonderful. Thank you. Love that.
Thank you. 2 sharks. Fantastic. One is out. And we have 2 left. Let's see. Slava?
I like the product, I like the pitch. So I'd love to learn more, but a bit at later stage, because same story, I invested like post-revenue companies. So happy to keep in touch.
Just FYI, we are post revenue. We are 200,000 this year so far. Just
that's good. Yeah, I'm in.
All right. Right on time. The good answer. So 3 sharks are in. Fantastic. So 1 is out and 1 left. Alex? Go.
Yeah, great pitch. And we as a fund, we love home renovation space. We have a couple of companies already in the portfolio kind of doing, something adjacent. But in this specific case, I'd love to stay in touch for future. I'm out for now, but I would love to kind of see how the progress with the SaaS product and the AI product I will go, and then, happy to reconnect after. So thank you.
So you guys can connect on LinkedIn. All right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody.
3 sharks. Oh, well, great job. Fantastic. And this is your feedback. Please share your information in the chat and support others. This is the place where founders support founders. Now, we're moving on. Thank you, Melissa. Next up is...
Thank you.
Thank you. Seo Ho Lee. Seo, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Yeah. You got 2 minutes. Take it away.
Hello, my name is Saholi. I gained 50 pounds during college. Tried to lose weight after that. Lose 2 pounds 2 or 3 times, but at the end I regained. So I'm at 200 pounds. 15 years later, I have diabetes, high blood pressure, and a lot of health problems of that. As a software engineer and also a hardware engineer, I try to find a solution that can solve this problem. So we've found out that a lot of biometric data is now available, unlike 15 years ago. So people have Apple Watches, smart devices. So our solution to this problem was to build smart device ecosystem. Right now we have started selling smart scales in Amazon. We have just started selling in two months ago. We have $5,000 this month as a revenue. Our smart scale predicts future weights and future diseases like biometric data using biometric data. And we are also selling on Canada with the Best Buy. So we are selling in the next month, hopefully. We have finished finished onboarding. So, and also we got upset to the accelerator program in Wisconsin just came to the States 3 weeks ago. So our ask is $1 million and happy.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Right on time. Dear Sharks, if you have any questions, as you got $1 million.
So what's the product line? So what are you actually producing?
Right now we are selling smart scales that measures weight, body fat, muscle mass, and we also do weight predictions. So how much you're gonna weigh in 1 month, 3 months, and 6 months. And we also have smart rings coming. We got $75,000 for that in Kickstarter last year. So we will be selling it next year.
Perfect. Any more questions?
So you mentioned biometric data from Apple Watch. Are you using that information in conjunction with scale in some creative way?
Yeah, we started with making an Apple Watch app, which was faster to develop. So we have now over 12,000 users on our Apple Watch app. So we are mostly using those data from the workouts and all of data from the users.
See, I was just checking your website. So is this an IP product, or this is a product which is more white labeled? Are you guys making it by yourself? Like, is this technology?
Yeah, this is our products. Yeah, we have like factories, but this is our product. This is our brand, and yeah, we're selling in the US.
Do you have a patent for this?
Yeah, we just filed a patent for our AI system just a month ago. Yeah.
And that is on hardware or software?
Software actually. The AI system that includes the hardware.
And it was hardware. Okay, got it. Cool.
And I can see you ran Kickstarter for the ring. Is that right?
Yeah. Last year we did a Kickstarter on the smart rings. It is currently in development, so hopefully the hardware is almost ready. We just doing all the stuff that includes like tariffs and stuff. So we'll be selling it very soon.
All right, time is up. Thank you so much. So, dear Sharks, anyone would like to connect with this team? Alex, let's start with you. In or out?
Yeah. No, I love the kind of storytelling and kind of the personal, story that you shared in the beginning. It helps a lot. I mean, kind of, I would also like just be a bit more specific inside your pitch, like it was a great start, like lots of, drama, but then I couldn't like get what you're actually building and kind of, but I think it's a great solution, kind of great connection there. Yeah, I'm out just because it's just way out of our own focus, but I have probably a couple of potential interested investors for you. So let's connect, and I know I'll share them.
Thank you.
Thank you. Slava.
Well, thank you very much for the pitch, and I also watched the website, and it looks nice. But I believe that it's B2C, so B2C is not my main focus. Skip. Thank you.
Thank you. Ankur.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to talk beyond this as well. Obviously, 2 minutes or 1 minute wasn't enough. I'd like to know what CEO is trying to build around this. This is a space that usually does excite us. But yes, it'll be important for me to dive deeper and see what exactly you're building. So yeah, maybe 15-30 minute call later. So I'm in for today.
Thank you.
So is this in or out? I didn't get it.
In.
Congrats. So one shark is in. Perfect. Derek?
Hey, I really appreciated the pitch. Like Alex said, I think the personal storytelling at the beginning was really powerful, and I think it's obviously a timely and growing and necessary problem that you're trying to solve. I do say I'm out because this is it's not really my area of expertise or something I invest in, but I think a high level something I'd want to see you kind of maybe factor into the pitch or overcome is, in a world where Ozempic and other GLP-1s become so popular and people are going to be able to pretty soon just take a pill and watch the pounds fly off. What is the need for this sort of extra layer of technology and sharing private data and all that sort of thing?
Thank you. Dan?
I actually think it's like a pretty cool product, and I personally really like the quantified self, and I think you'll probably find a decent market for this. It's probably not right for the family office that I represent and their investing thesis. I'm not sure consumer hardware is is our jam. But I personally would consider buying one. I mean, I'm just looking at your website. It's like a beautiful industrial design that's done. It's very cool. I would just say, like, comment on your pitch. I would just be a little bit more clear about exactly what it is you're selling. Like, even if behind the scenes you kind of have a larger vision, in a 1 minute pitch format, I would just be very direct that you're selling like a next generation smart scale that leverages, the biometric data from devices to create great results for your users or something to that effect. But yeah, good luck. Looks cool.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. This is your feedback. Please share the rest of the founders and share your contacts. And next up is Marcel Brade. Marcel, are you here? All right.
Hi there, yes, I am.
All right, you got 2 minutes. Take it away.
Hi there, Marcel here, CEO of HAP. We're building a tourism platform that interconnects all the verticals that travelers spend on during their trips. This is a long unsolved problem that has to do with fragmentation of all of the activities that travelers do on their trips, unlike flights or hotels, which are a single conversion event into a major destination. Activities are fragmented on 3 dimensions. One is that there's multiple of them, so travelers do multiple things a day, day after day. 2 of them are that they're fragmented across verticals. You don't want to just do the same activity, view the same museum, or go eat in the same restaurant over and over again. And 3, they're fragmented across the customer journey. So discovery happens pre-trip and early across travel articles, social posts. Planning happens within notes or spreadsheets. Logistics happens within mapping apps, and ticket purchases happen within activity booking platforms, 3/4 of which happen 48 hours before attendance on what is a customer journey that can last weeks and sometimes months for an overseas trip. We've applied a unique approach to solving this that mixes an industry catalyst of massive supply aggregation post-pandemic, where there was a mass digitization of tourism operators, giving us access to thousands of operators worldwide without a single sales rep on the ground, as well as a deep tech approach that we've taken, where we effectively apply a gaming engine on top of a map to do away with the Google search box. And this allows us to use the viewport of a map to provide dynamic context about what situation the traveler finds themselves in. Are they assessing whether they should visit a city? Are they there on the ground? And what type of commerce are they looking to which part of the verticals are they looking to engage with? And that actually gives us access across a whole suite of verticals to facilitate. Because we are gathering this trip-wide context from discovery down to purchase, we actually have a 360-degree view on the customer. And this is allowing us to build situational awareness of where they are and be able to offer an ultimate trip agent while they're there on the ground. We've proven ownership that we can own the customer journey. We facilitate.
Your time is up. Your final statement.
Okay. Sure thing. We facilitate 3,000 trips, hit product market fit on cultural trips in Europe, and scaled it to 5 countries, 50 cities. We are now lining up distribution partnerships with hotels, accommodation, and insurance providers to scale it to the masses.
Dear Sharks, any questions to Marcel?
Marcel, thank you.
Marcel.
What's the traction, Marcel? Are you guys live with the product?
We are. Yep, we're live. Yep, we're live in 5 countries, 50 cities. We've acquired over 1,000 tourism operators, are all monetized at double-digit commissions that we're ready to roll out in the marketplace, and are now looking to work with B2B to C providers, so different hotel brands, as well as travel creators, in order to deploy what we've proven out. As I mentioned, we facilitate over 3,000 trips to deploy that out at global scale.
And which countries are you available in right now?
We started in Spain, expanded to 4 countries, 40 cities in Europe, plus Canada.
And what is
we have a global? We've built. Our whole playbook is global, though, so we actually have. We're easily able to stand up a country within a few weeks. We're not constrained going horizontally. We're actually now adding more scenario density for the major destinations where we're requiring travelers within.
Give me a good quick sense of your ticket size and commissions and your MRRs.
Sure thing. So if it's an individual entrance ticket into like museum, the average ticket size is 28 USD. For a tour day trip, it's 75 per traveler, 2.5 average travelers going per that activity. And so that equates to just over 120 USD per transaction. And we expect to capture about 3 to 4 transactions per trip. So it's in the few $100s per trip. On a average group size of 2.5 travelers.
And are you guys doing revenue currently?
We are technically pre-revenue because we focused on unifying 3 of those 4 pillars: discovery, planning, and logistics. However, we have started revenue tests on one of the 5 verticals that we do have the operators acquired on, and we've proven that purchases are happening. We're making multiple purchases per trip, and we've started showing also travelers coming back amongst trips. So someone that took a trip in March came back in August and purchased made a purchase during the second trip, which we acquired them in a prior trip.
Thank you. I see interest from investor. No more questions? All right. So, okay, Sharks, who's in, who's out? Let's start with Dan.
Oh, sorry, start with me, Daniel?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to be out on this one. Again, it's a bit early. I think kind of in the age of AI and LLMs, I just feel like these travel apps like this are going to be challenged. Like, how do you compete with something that's endlessly customizable? Like, LLMs just absolutely crush travel use cases. I use it all the time, and it's amazing. And they're getting more powerful and capable and integrated all the time. So you're up against that, and I think it's going to be very challenging. And then just a little bit of feedback about the pitch. Like, I sort of found your pitch to be a little bit abstract. I would encourage you to kind of talk about the specific benefits to users and how they're using your app is going to change their experience and like why there's going to be a big draw towards it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Derek?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm out on this one as well, and I figured it out eventually through some of the questions that were being asked and some more information. But I think I agree with Dan in that there was the pitch I kind of got lost a little bit as to like kind of exactly what solution you're offering and how it solves the various pain points. And I also think the travel space is very crowded, and I would need to hear more information on how you plan to grow, how you plan to exit, stuff like that. So I think I'd be out for now.
Your Sharks are out. Thank you, Dan. Ankur?
Yeah, I'm also out on this one. I think very similar feedback. I think pitch was, like maybe you were too ambitious about what you're doing, but I think you have to get sharper about what you're trying to build with this. So I think that needs to change, and then you're also pre-revenue a little bit on that reason. I'm out for today.
3 Sharks out. Thank you, Ankur. Slava?
Yeah, I'm also out. I believe like similar feedback to what other judges shared, and because of the competition from these LLMs, and I believe it's hard to lure consumers to yet another travel app. So I believe it's pass. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you, Slava. And Alex?
Yeah, I'm personally very excited about travel vertical, but unfortunately, I will be out here as well. And for me, I totally agree with Dan, everything he said, but also to add, so I can see that the solution of the app has been kind of public or in some sort of semi-public mode, or like at least you launched it back in 2022 or 2023. And, we typically, when we're looking...
Last year we launched. Just a clarification, last summer we launched it.
Yeah, but basically we try to focus more on the better velocity companies in the way that last time from launch till kind of sales and stuff. But overall, yeah. So I'm a big fan of travel vertical, so I'm happy to help with whatever I can. But yeah, so out this time, but happy to stay in touch.
Thank you so much. This
That'd be great. Appreciate it.
This is actually probably an opportunity to connect with Alex on LinkedIn and share your contacts and also support others. Next up is Kat Nguyen.
Will do. Thank you all.
Thank you. You ready?
Yes. Hi, guys.
Take it away.
Thanks for the pitch today and the opportunity. Kat Nguyen, founder and CEO of SparkedInnovations.ai, and companies like those in pharma spend $20,000 per sales rep per year on training. And last year, the pharma industry still lost $96 billion in revenue. And they did that because they spend money on training that's super costly, unscalable, and quite frankly, only teaches you the concepts, but it doesn't allow you to practice what you've learned. And that's why we created an AI-powered role-play simulation that allows you to practice the essential communication skills that you need in order to drive sales. We already have an LOI with Twa Prime, and we're in late-stage talks with founding partners like Merck, Glaukos, and Harrow, and we're looking to raise $1.6 million to onboard 1,900 users next year and complete our product expansion that our customers are asking for. Thank you.
Oh, well, you have 1 minute left. Fantastic. Thank you. GGW Sharks, any questions?
Are you somehow focused on any vertical, or are you completely horizontal solution?
Right now, I'm fully focused on the pharmaceutical industry. One, because I come from the pharmaceutical industry. I was a national director of pharma rep teams at Allergan and Tarsus Pharmaceuticals. So I know the industry really well, the ins and outs, the barriers and the needs, as well as understanding that the communication skills needed for every industry is very different. Even just looking at B2B versus B2C, those communication skills of urgency for B2C is different from those of building trust and rapport in B2B. So if you go industry by industry, you'll offer a deeper amount of training and development that's more useful.
And is this audio, text, video, VR based? So what is the platform like?
Yeah, right now we are just doing speech pattern analysis, but future iterations, once we are able to get the funding, we want to be able to do tonality and nonverbal microfacial expression analysis, not just on the user, but also when the tech catches up for AI avatars to emote microfacial expressions for the user to be able to like pick up on these different things and then respond appropriately.
Do you have revenue now?
No, we are currently pre-revenue. We are looking for funding in order to complete our feature expansion, which includes, we've got the back end done for the analysis portion, but our key decision makers in these pharma companies, they really, really want our managerial dashboard analysis that doesn't just offer like check the box in a lot of LMS systems. It offers actual insight into the training and development and how you as a manager can support their training and development outside of the platform.
And sorry, so coming back to my previous question, so does it mean that you're kind of analyzing the transcripts of the calls of the sales reps and then kind of giving the insights on that, or is it something else?
Correct. Yes. Sorry if I didn't answer your question previously. Yes. Post scenario or a unique conversation, because we're teaching tactics and techniques, they'll be able to get feedback on what went well, what they can work on, and the feedback that they are given is really tailored to the individual user's learning style, because everyone's different. Like someone would probably want more examples versus someone might want more theory. So the AI will change, like a very good manager, how they talk back to the user.
Hey, Kat, what specific context are you providing your AI models? Like, what special way are you training it? Is it based on some kind of sales system, or is it just your own personal opinion? Do companies have the capability to train it their own way?
Yes, it's a little bit of our secret sauce, so I won't be able to expose a lot of that, but we are able to, we've created our own rubric that we benchmark against, and then we also bring in the company's information to further customize it to their needs. So their SOPs, their archetypes, their excellence model, if they have that, we bring that all in. And if these companies don't have it, for example, like early stage pharma companies, they might not have the time to think about building an excellence model, which they should though, we will help create that for them. So we have an engine to do that. Did that help answer your question?
Yep. Thank you very much. And the question to the Sharks, who is in, who's out? Let's go from Alex this time.
Yeah, unfortunately I'm out, even though actually I'm building the whole thesis, specifically sourcing and searching for companies in the training simulation space in life sciences, but just not for sales rep and not based on the transcripts, but for more of the of medical specialties and kind of C-level execs, etc. So I'm out, but I'm happy to kind of take it offline as well and try to discuss and ways to either pivot or maybe just discuss more things, because I love this space of the direction. I just don't like specific things around, let's say, sales strat specifically and the feature side. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Would love to talk more.
Thank you very much. Okay, one is out, four left. Slava.
Thank you for the pitch, and I like it. I like the idea. I understand this business model, and I've seen similar businesses, but in different verticals, like HVAC or BPOs, and I believe it's right product. Now you started scaling with pharma, and I believe it's the right space. Yeah, and I would love to stay in touch and maybe to re-engage at later stage when you will be like at post-revenue stage. But for now, I believe I will skip.
Okay, so you get connected with Alex and Slava via LinkedIn, but now we consider this as out. Ankur.
Yeah, I'm out for today as well, unfortunately, but good pitch, Kat. Wish you all the very best. This is a highly, like, training in general is a very highly competitive space, and yeah, I'd love to see your progress. Wish you the best.
All right, take Sharks out. Thank you, Derek.
Hey, Kat. I thought you gave a really good pitch. Very poised and sharp and knowledgeable and interesting, engaging. I'm out though, however, just because it has nothing to do with you or the business. It's honestly just this is both the training and also healthcare industry. It's just not really an area that I've got a ton of expertise or a deep knowledge base in. So I'm just not really sure about the value add there that I would bring to the table. So I have to be out for that reason.
Thank you. Final response from Dan.
Yeah, hey, Kat. Thanks for the pitch. We're going to be out, but we have invested in similar companies. This one would be early for us, and it's mostly because we, ultimately are looking for early indicators of success and that the product works, and like we really put a lot of credit towards the reference of customers. My advice to you would be to kind of seek a design partner that you can work closely with as soon as possible, and get that early customer, and make it a trial by fire. Always be sort of refining and getting it into the hands of people as soon as possible. And I think that would really help your fundraising activities as well.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, guys.
This is your feedback, Kat. Great to have you support others. And I think these guys might accept your LinkedIn invitation. So feel free to connect with them and maybe it will take you somewhere. All right. Great. Next up is Sergey Kozyrev. Sergey, you ready? Please turn on your camera.
Yes. Hi.
You got 2 minutes. Take it away.
Okay, cool. Hi, everyone. So the company is called Minima. I will try to use as little of your time as possible. At Minima, we optimize LLMs, and we have our own proprietary inference engine. So we run LLM models 2 to 10 times faster on half of the hardware. And probably we can go even beyond half of the hardware. So we're targeting regulated industry clients. We currently have a wait list of more than 200 companies and preparing a demo lab for another investor and a customer on Monday. It's funny, we started not from this, we started by doing something like Copilot chat for regulated industries, but that was based on small models, and we sold it 2 times. So we are post-revenue, we've got 100K in revenue with 50K from each client. And then those clients asked for agents, and agents need function calling and context window, which are available only in bigger models. And they're like, oh, can you do this in smaller models? And we started working on the optimization and looking into this. It's a 2-people team, me in Sydney, Australia. I'm currently in San Francisco until the end of October, but I'm residing there. And my co-founder is in San Francisco. He is an AI researcher, and I used to be AI principal engineer at Atlassian. I quit my job a month ago to jump on this journey, and currently working on the structure in the round. We're raising about 2 million on about 13 million post money. That's about 15% of the company for 2 mils. And we're talking with R3 Ventures and Lightspeed and etc. But the idea is that I wanted to allocate at least half of the round to be connected with US investors, because Australia, like R3 Ventures, is Australian investor. But I feel that for AI startup in AI infra space, we will definitely need a lot of connections here.
Thank you. Right on time.
Sure.
Sharks, investors, any questions to Sethi?
I see on LinkedIn that you're also founder of Excite in parallel to this. So what's the story with the second company?
That one was started in 2020, and it did have some traction, especially whilst Metaverse was booming. Currently, I'm prioritizing just minimum. So most likely Excite will either be sunset or it will be pivoted, because right now, like it still does generate revenue, but I'm not putting like a lot of time there.
Did you raise
The
it
idea is that we're focusing. Yes, we raised 300K for Excite, and we generated about 100K per year. But I struggle to grow it to 1 million or something, because it's a one-to-one sales to like shopping malls and musical festivals and college campuses. Yeah, and with this minima, I literally walked into health and medtech, events on SF Tech Week, and every second company wants this because their IP is in fine-tuned LLMs, and they run them on GPUs. So if they can use, instead of 4 GPUs, just 2 GPUs, they're like super happy. Can we use that? Can we try that?
So are you focused on the inference part of this or training, Sergey?
Good question. Good question. Actually, there is a great company, frankly enough, also from Australia called Unsloth, like, this animal which is really slow, but Unsloth, and they focusing on fine-tuning and training. We focusing only on inference. Our optimizations are post-training optimizations. So when you submit an LLM, it takes me about 15 minutes, maybe 15 to 20 minutes to optimize it. So we reshuffle the weights inside the LLM, but that's not quantization. So we lose up to 1 to 3% of accuracy, but we're not losing like 20, 30%, etc., etc.
Okay. Have you implemented this, or do you have a design partner or customer that you're working with?
I'm not sure I understand the question. We did that. Yes, we are both technical. We implemented this.
So do you have a customer that is using this right now?
So that's coming. Okay. As I said, what we implemented is AI sort of copilot based on small language models, and then they asked for agents. We implemented this optimization, and we are going to partner with, as you said, design partner. One of them is Groove AI, and there are a couple of others. So people who are doing agents for big enterprises like banks and stuff, they really want to use this.
All right. Any more questions? Slava, you had a question, right?
Yeah, I'm just a bit puzzled. Do you sell like a technology you developed, or it's a product? What for what do your clients actually pay?
Yeah. Great question. So as a user, you would go to GitHub, you download it like you would download a binary for Llama CPP, and you run an LLM. So LLM is a brains that powering AI, and then you need the software to run the file. It's called inference engine. So you would download Minima and you run your model, and you get a double X boost. If you add -- token, you get better boosts, and that token you get to grab from our website. Similar model is being done by Multiverse Computing. That's a Barcelona-based company who are claiming they compress LLMs by 95%. And what they're charging about 20 cents per million tokens, as opposed to ChatGPT and $5 or $3 per million tokens. So we want to charge about 10 to 15 cents per million tokens, because we are not hosting LLM for you. You run it on your hardware and with your electricity, but you pay us for optimized tokens, because you're saving a lot of money on GPU reduction. So it's a usage-based business model.
Thank you. If no more questions, let's ask investors who's in, who's out. By the way,
quick one, Daniel. I wanted to just ask a quick question. What is the use case, Sergey, that we're talking about? Like, just adding on to Slava's question as well. Like, typically, where do you see this being used effectively?
Yeah, companies in regulated industries such as finance, health, potentially government. We have through one of the investors, we are connected to the government in Australia. They want agentic systems, and agentic systems will require them to have LLMs, and plus many of them have their own customized LLMs, like fine-tuned LLMs on financial data, on molecules data for medical, or on patients data. All those LLMs has to be run on GPU, so they use us as an AI infra piece to save costs on GPU and to not to upload all the data into OpenAI Cloud or Anthropic Cloud.
Got it. So this is sovereign, basically sovereign AI, right? That's what we're talking about for those organizations.
Sort of, yeah.
Large companies like Salesforce, Unifor, a lot of these are actually building exactly the same solution. How are you thinking you're going to stand out against these large behemoths who already have such deep relationships, and they're building these AI agents which are sovereign in nature as well?
Yeah. So most of them use VLLM right now. That's one of the runners available from open source. And then companies would be customizing it and upgrading it. As I said, I come from background at Atlassian. We also use something like this to run certain models. But first of all, our optimization is better. Secondly, I'm pretty sure people like researchers at OpenAI or NVIDIA or like Google, they will have this or some other types of optimizations, which might be even greater, but that will be cannibalizing their business model because they're earning on the cloud usage. They're not earning on the local usage.
Thank you. As you guys may notice, we give a little bit more time for those startups that create more interest from investors, and they keep asking questions. So we're gonna create a more opportunity for them as possible. Sorry. Ankur, are you in or out? So since you are asking so many questions.
Yeah, I'm out for this one. Like I said, highly competitive space. But Sergey, wish you the best. This is an interesting space and pretty much kind of very promising future as well. But at this point in time, I think I'm out. I see the large companies solving this problem already through the network.
Thank you, Derek.
Yeah, I have to say I'm out as well, and I pretty much have the exact same feedback as Ankur. I'm very concerned that bigger companies, maybe specifically the LLMs themselves, the model makers, will just sort of figure out how to do this on their own.
Right. Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, just literally looking at your GitHub right now. I mean, this is definitely the kind of stuff that's interesting to us. Like, is this something I can like actually download and run like a local inference engine, just like LM Studio or any of the other comparable ones? And can I do like run my own benchmark to figure out if it's faster, uses less memory? Do you have sort of the evidence of like how you benchmark? I know it's more of a question.
Yeah. I can organize a lab for you. We can discuss this on a call later.
Yeah,
I can organize a lab for you in the future. In about a month, you will be able to run it on by yourself. Right?
Yeah.
As I said.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So respecting the time here, I would like to stay in touch. And so let's connect on LinkedIn. And if you have sort of product investor updates, you can put me on the list for sure.
Okay. Thank you. So we consider this as out, but you can connect on LinkedIn. Thank you. And Slava?
Well, great pitch, and I like your background in Atlassian, and sounds like you have this tech advantage, but I believe I would pass because like the same reason as my colleagues mentioned, because of the competition from big guys. Great pitch. Thank you.
Thank you. Out. Alex?
Yeah. I have a bit more context here because yeah, Sergey, we met previously at the Tech Week and had some good discussion. I'm actually in, so I'm curious to learn more. And yeah, so looking forward to continuing the discussion.
Okay, so is it like in?
Alex?
Yes, it's in.
All right, congrats, Sergey. All right, this is your feedback, and we're moving on. Please keep supporting other founders here in the chat. Next up is Julia Trin. Julia, are you there? You ready? Hello, Julia. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you very well. Can you hear me, please?
I can hear you on the stage. A second. All right, so you got 2 minutes. Take it away.
Yeah, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. I'm Julia, CEO of the GGW company. We are focusing on B2B SaaS. That is software to connect the import, export, and transporter. So we are focusing on solving the problem of business for the supply chain management. Right now, we have around 10,000 clients, and we are running the B2B SaaS with the AI developer. And we also just have a lot of connect with the import, export, and transportation. So usually every year, a lot of business and enterprise, they go to the trade, global trade to try to find their product, but now we don't need to go anymore, and then they can connect in our software and in our platform. So it's good. So the problem for traveling, for costs, and also for the high. So we focus on supply chain management. Yes, solution for all of the business in the import, export, and transport logistics. So yes, see our focusing right now, and we aiming that it will reach 1 million revenue in next 2 years. Yeah.
All right.
So I'm focused. Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah, Sharks, any questions to Julia? No more questions.
Julia, did I hear you say that you have 10,000 clients?
Yeah. At this moment, we have 10,000 clients from import export industry, supply chain, and logistics. So all of them are CEO and executive of the company. So we have connect very well with the client, so we can show the problem for the client, because every year a lot of business owner need to travel in another continent to try to find the product just matching their requirement. But now with our B2B SaaS sales, so you don't need to travel so far, and it's still saving time, cost, and yeah, everything for the business owner.
So how much
Yeah.
revenue are you putting down with 10,000 clients right now?
Right now at this stage, our revenue is around estimate 50,000 K at this moment. But I believe during next 2 years, we will reach the revenue 1 million. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Any other questions
Thank
for
you.
Sharks?
What exactly are you building? I didn't.
I'm building B2B SaaS, so we are building supply chain management solution for our client, importer, exporter, transporter, and logistics. So every year, a lot of business owner need to travel to the another continent to do the global trade, so you can get the product and the requirement what they want. And now with our B2B SaaS platform and software, so yeah, the client doesn't need to travel so far to another destination or another continent to find product, to find outsourcing for their product, for their factory. And we connect them with the manufacturer, and also solving the supply chain management for the company. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. If no more questions, any? All right. Dear Sharks, who is interested to connect with Julia and who's out? Alex?
Yeah, I'm probably out. Yeah, but the main reason is because I'm not sure I fully understood what you're building, and after a few minutes of the page. So yeah, but yeah, thank you for the pitch.
Yeah, thank you, Alex. So we are building the B2B
Julia,
supply chain management.
this is feedback from investors. Thank you. Just
Yeah, okay. Yes.
Slava?
I believe I will out because I understand it's less scalable solutions, not like software as I understand. It's more like service business when you connect suppliers with the clients. This is my understanding of the business. So I believe I will.
Okay, two sharks are out, three left. Let's see what Ankur has to say.
Julia, unfortunately, I'm out for today, but quick and maybe an honest and brutal feedback for you. I think you should work on your pitch. Two of the other judges very clearly called out they didn't understand what you're building. So and you said 10,000 customers, 1 million in 2 years. So it's kind of very all over the place. So I would suggest that you take away from this session today that you need to work on your pitch and be very clear about what you're really building. It's a very competitive space, so that's why you should be sure of how you're positioning yourself as well with your solution and to the other pitches that you'll go to. But thanks for pitching today. Thank you.
Thank you, Derek.
Yeah, Julia, thank you. I think I'm unfortunately out as well. I think like a lot of the other judges here, I had maybe a little bit of a hard time understanding exactly the particulars of what you're building and how it's set apart from other things. Also, I kind of just have a little bit of a bias towards the B2B SaaS space. I know that's it's very popular, but I think it's I see so many B2B SaaS tools unless it's solving some like really esoteric problem that's super relevant to my sector. That's something I kind of just have a hard time grabbing onto. So
fair feedback. Thanks. Dan?
Yeah, pretty much just want to echo, especially what Ankur said. I just kind of unclear what the product is. And I don't think the math is mathing for me. 10,000 clients generating 50K sort of implies like $5 per customer. So it doesn't feel like a high value, high ticket kind of SaaS product that we would look for. And I think just in general, I don't have a strong understanding of this like space in general. So yeah, I'm gonna pass on this one, but good luck.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you for your pitch. And this is your feedback. Share your GGW profile and support others. And be part of our network. We're moving on.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, Sergio Fernandez is next up. Sergio, putting you on the stage. All right, so you got 2 minutes. Take it away.
Hi, I'm Sergio Fernandez. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Meet Betsy. Meet Betsy is a healthcare platform for caregivers designed by my family, which is now being piloted by approximately 20 families. At the heart of our company is my little sister Betsy. She's a beautiful 27-year-old girl born with cerebral palsy, SYNGAP1 disorder, and epilepsy, and she requires 24/7 care. She can't walk, talk, or eat, or do anything on her own. So her quality of life is directly dependent on the quality of her caregivers. A little over a year ago, my parents left her with caregivers to come visit my newborn daughter, and one of her caregivers made a small mistake while feeding Betsy, which led her to aspirating food, causing pneumonia, a collapsed lung, 15 days in the ICU, 9 months in and out of the hospital, and millions in insurance costs. All of this was completely preventable. Couldn't find a solution to fix this, so we built Meet Betsy to make sure this never happens again. What it is we turn real videos into care routines that are personalized caregiver training, where families record how the care is actually done. Then we structure those into video modules with clear steps, with what to avoid and safety overlays. Then our Betsy AI assistant supports the caregivers in real time, answering questions and tracking care on the job. It's a massive need with over 7 million people in the United States that have complex daily care needs, which preventable care errors for those people cost insurers about $17 billion a year. And the turnover for caregivers costs about $2.5 billion a year. Our business model aligns everyone. It means fewer claims for insurers, less churn for agency, better outcomes for families, and a better quality of life for the patients. We license Meet Betsy through multi-year enterprise contracts to insurers and hair clip providers. And we're currently deployed our alpha with Betsy's team of 15 caregivers and are now piloting with these families. We're raising $1 million pre-seed to refine the product, expand pilots, build out the Meet Betsy AI. Patients like Betsy deserve the best care. Caregivers deserve the best tools to give it, and families deserve the peace of mind. Thank you.
All right. Past time. Dear Sharks, any questions? Would like to start?
Sergio, thanks for the pitch. Can you clarify, are you also providing the caregivers or a market for the caregivers?
We are not providing the caregivers.
Okay.
What we are doing is taking existing caregiving structures that are happening. So, for example, my parents have been taking care of Betsy for 27 years. They now got the state of California to pay for the caregivers. They come in, they don't really know what they're doing. They get very general training and they make these mistakes. These mistakes have a very high cost, if you will, right? Because he's a high risk patient. So what we're doing is accurately documenting exactly how to take care of, in this case, Betsy or this high risk patient, and then providing the training for that.
Okay, and in such a case, who is the customer who pays for that training? In that
This would
scenario?
be the insurance companies and the caregiver provider companies.
Okay, so ultimately they are your customers?
Yeah, ultimately they're the customers, and what we're selling is a reduction in readmissions and visits to the hospital. For example, the problem with Betsy was her head was not being supported correctly while being fed. A very simple solution to a problem that cost Kaiser Permanente well over $1.5 million in 1 year.
What's your experience with these like medical systems? Like, are they willing to play ball? Do they understand the mathematics of this and appreciate what you're doing? How far have you made it with them?
So I don't have a lot of experience with that. We actually brought our COO into the team. His name is Rafael Yanes. He was in charge of the budgets and technology purchases for the Jackson healthcare system, and he joined us because he does see the value. As far as them playing ball, it's really about understanding the ROI for these like long-term high need patients. So we're still in early stages with piloting with them. And we're still pre-revenue, but we have gotten a lot of very positive feedback, and people joining the team he was in charge of a $300 million budget, and he said, I want to work on this company. So that's my like check mark of we probably have the right people.
And I don't mean to hog the stage here, but I would be curious if you could extend this concept into like elder care.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, we have thought of it. We have a couple of different processes that happen. So with long-term care, especially people with a lot of care needs, you have patients that live with family members, patients that live in a home, or patients that live in like a long-term care facility. All of those do apply to elder care, and a lot of these, it's a lot of being able to train caregivers for more than one patient and knowing who is the right person. So, one caregiver is sick, you can replace with somebody who knows how to take care of that patient.
Especially for people that want to age in place in their home and have a specific routine that's, to their environment. So, okay, great. Thank you.
All right. Maybe we have time for one more question, dear Sharks, if any.
Sergio, quick one. Are you guys live with the product, or what stage are you guys at currently?
Yeah, so we've built the product. We have a patent on the technology that's been fully granted. We are using it with Betsy, and we are piloting it with these families. It is a process because we have to take the videos of the patient with the family's work. So part of what we're building, part of the solution is to be able to do this remotely. One family is in Indiana, one is in Idaho, I'm in Miami, Betsy's in California. So it's a slow building process, and then we're working on going into actual medical institutions.
And what's the business model looking like? Like, how much you think?
It'll be a yearly subscription based on how many patients we're going to be covering that the insurance companies will pay.
Got it. Okay.
Thank you.
Cool.
And the final question to the Sharks, who's in, who's out? Let's start from them.
Yeah, Sergio, I think it's interesting, especially if you could get insurance companies to play ball. I think consumers would like it because they feel that they have a say in how people that their loved ones, how they can be cared for, and they're providing rails and a system to do it. So it's definitely early for us. I think we'd want to see a bit more proof points before we can make an investment. But I would be happy to connect and stay in touch and actually see a deck as well.
All right. So one Shark is in. Congrats.
Thank you.
Ankur?
Great pitch, Sergio. Great story. Great purpose for doing what you're doing. I think a little too early for me as well. Would love to stay in touch. Connect on LinkedIn. Keep me posted on how you're progressing with this, and we'll see over a period of time if we can collaborate.
So,
thank you.
One shark is in, one shark is out. Derek?
Hey Sergio, you really tugged at my heartstrings there with the pitch. I think you're solving a really important problem, especially like Dan mentioned, if it would be able to be expanded to things like elder care. I think that's the huge not only market, but it's also something that's very near and dear to the people's hearts as they see loved ones aging, dealing with sicknesses, things like that. So I think I'm out for now. I would be interested to hear more down the line, specifically if you were to find ways to widen the aperture a little bit on maybe who you could sell to or other offerings that you could provide, because insurers and healthcare systems are notoriously cost conscious, some might say stingy. So I think if it would take a lot of convincing on the amount of the cost savings that they would benefit from, and so you can probably, I think, enhance that pitch if you were able to broaden the service a little bit, and if you could show a little bit more traction, I'd be interested to hear more down the road.
Absolutely, thank you.
So you can connect with Derek and Ankur via LinkedIn. Perfect. Then we have Slava and Alex. Slava?
Sergio, thanks a lot for the pitch. I usually try to avoid healthcare space for the reasons which other judges mentioned. The way how incentives are structured in healthcare are very complicated. The clients don't usually pay, but some other providers pay for the services. So that's why I try to avoid healthcare. And but the pitch is great. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and the final feedback from Alex.
Yeah, it's definitely a very inspiring cause, and I used to work with Aviva in the UK for very similar kind of proposition, but unfortunately I'm out just because it's way out of our focus. Touch. Thank you, Sergio.
Thank you so much.
Sergio, this is your feedback, and please share your GGW profile, your information in the chat. And with that, we are closing our session today. I know there are plenty companies wanted to pitch as well. So this is how it goes at GGW Sharks. Not everyone able to pitch at every event, but we want to give you an opportunity later on. So reach out to our team at info@goglobal.world. We will definitely give you an opportunity to do that, as long as you have met our criteria. Now, with this said, I would like to actually ask investors to provide feedback. You've been with us for 2 hours, heard so many different pitches from different parts of the world, and primarily Los Angeles, of course. So please share your feedback, what you have on your heart and mind, and this is how we will close our session. But before we do that, let's do a group photo, and then with a happy heart we would give feedback. So please smile, and I'll take a screenshot. That will be a photo for our social media. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. All right, just a second. Once again, 1, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much, guys. And with that said, let's start with Alex. What do you have on your heart and mind? What your feedback based on what you heard to the founders?
The photo was, definitely one of the most important parts of this.
Sure.
No, my main feedback for the founders is, guys, just don't take no for an answer. Not in a way like to persuade us, but rather don't be, upset, or don't be kind of, dismotivated, about what you're building, especially, people who are doing, work that they truly believe in. So I wish you lots of luck and lots of, persistence in what you're building. It's great to try to partner with very strong strategic advisors early on, and try to engage real clients and design partners early on as well, and not to be in the void of your own kind of thinking. how the world works. So yeah, try to get as much feedback as possible, but also try to be persistent in what you're doing. So thank you very much, and thank you, Daniel, for putting this together, and all the judges for a great feedback.
Thank you. That's really great to hear. Appreciate that, and I'm glad that you participate from Israel. Fantastic. Slava, your turn.
I really liked the event. I enjoyed hearing these pictures, and I like the energy of the founders. Maybe my feedback to founders would be maybe to emphasize a pitch on the why now? Why exactly now are you building this product? Because sometimes I had some pitches which sounds a little bit outdated, so they sound like they would be interesting like 5 years ago and 10 years ago, but now with this huge paradigm shift, I believe with many business models should be changed, so I believe this emphasis on why now would be very helpful, and it could create this sense of urgency. This would be my advice to the founders. But I like the event. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you, Slava. Great to have you. Appreciate that you're joining us. Ankur, what do you have on your heart and mind?
Thanks, Daniel, for putting this together and making us feel like a shark, by the way. So, I think quick feedback for the founders who pitched today. I would say that you've got to find your purpose why you're doing what you're doing. You're playing a real long-term game here. You're in this for maybe next 1 to 2 decades. So find your purpose very clearly. That's very important for me as an investor to know why you're doing what you're doing. I know this was only 2 minutes, but in general, I think broadly your purpose is very, very important. Second, I think we live in the world of technology where you shouldn't be thinking about, I built the best product. So I heard some pitches where they were like, oh, we are building this feature, we need funding for, putting this together and all of that. There are very few deep tech cases where, you do need, capital to even kind of find your PMF. But in general, I think it's very easy today to go to market and validate what your customer is wanting, whether it is on the enterprise side, on the consumer side, and so on and so forth. So don't wait for too long. Go and experiment and see what you're thinking is really working for the consumer that you're building for or not. And when you come to pitches or events like these, have some basic revenue, I always call it earned insight. So earned insight or a consumer insight. What's your special insight that you've learned while building whatever you're building at whatever stage you are, pre-revenue idea, but what's your insight? What are you coming with? That is exclusive, and how do you end up solving for that insight, for that problem, is the second biggest thing that will take you far in your journey. And I think third thing is think bold. Don't come with revenue especially when you're coming for VC pitches. Like, we are looking at companies who will literally do $1 billion in revenue maybe 5 years, 10 years from now. But are you thinking that big enough? Because for us as investors, that's very nature of our business. We want to look at companies which will give us 100x, whatever, 500x, 50x on the investment. So if you have to convince us, you've got to think like us, right? To say that, okay, my company will actually be, if you come in with $1 million at X valuation that you're looking at, I am actually going to be 100x of this in next 5 years. And if you come in with $1 million, $5 million, $10 million, that usually doesn't excite VCs, to be very honest about it, right? So think this through, have these fundamentals clear, and I think you'll be able to crack your pitches faster. You'll be able to convince your investors faster. So those are the 3 points that I want to kind of share today with everybody.
Love that. Thanks, Ankur. Think like an investor. So fantastic. Love it. Derek.
I just want to obviously start by saying thanks for the invite, Daniel. I really appreciate being up here today, and thank you to the other Sharks. I think the questions that you asked, the insights you provided were really impressive and insightful and interesting, and I'm humbled and honored to be part of this panel alongside you all. As far as feedback, there's kind of two things that come to mind right away. I think there were some pitchers today that did something that I think is very important and crucial to any good pitch. I mean, I've been on both sides of the table in pitches, of both creative and now in the venture world. And I think if you can tie your pitch of yours, in this case your company, to something personal about you. Now, it doesn't have to be a sob story or tug at my heartstrings, although that's good if you can do that. But something that makes the pain point, the problem, personal to you, that you've experienced, because that gives it sort of that real world understanding of, okay, I understand this is a real problem people are encountering, that you've encountered, that isn't just something that you're inventing. Someone with an idea looking for a problem to solve. And also that why you're the right person to solve it, because you understand it, you're passionate about it, you have the drive, like Ankur said, to make this a decade or a 2-decade thing. I feel like it's best if it has that personal touch. And then I want to touch on, I think, something that people, there were a few pitches today where there was a little bit of a lack of understanding necessarily what the product was or how it was solving the issue. So the thing there is, I know when you're talking to people like VCs or other people in your industry, people tend to use a lot of jargon, and they think that people understand what they're talking about, and they need to use a lot of like acronyms and industry specific terms. And while that's good and that can help if you're talking to the right person, I think it's always best to slip in at the beginning or at the end, whatever you think is better for you, of your pitch, kind of a one sentence of like, pretend I'm a stranger, or you met me on a plane, or I'm your grandmother, and you want to boil the idea down to one sentence. How would a lay person understand it? I think is a very helpful piece of advice for a lot of pitchers.
So exciting to have you, Derek, as well. Thank you so much for this feedback. It's fantastic as well. Dan, you're closing our session again, so no pressure, but this is a global late tech week, and you're the one to give us the final words of wisdom.
Oh, great. Well, hey, Daniel, thanks for having us all. Really appreciate it and love hearing the pitches. Well, there's lots of great feedback already from the other Sharks that I completely agree with, by the way. I guess, what do I want to add to it? This is like a quick pitch format. So, often I feel like the best way to convey your idea is with a quick example. So, when you describe the problem, try to weave a for example statement in there. And really briefly walk us through with clarity, using that example, what your solution is and how it will work in practice. And then also focus on the benefits. Don't forget to quantify those in some way. With respect to answering questions, always try to keep to the briefest answers possible. Just very, very snappy responses is always the best, not rambling answers. And if you need practice with it, you should game out your pitch with your co-founder, advisors, or friends before coming to an event like this, just to make sure that it has a little bit of polish. As Ankur said, I think this is a place for venture scale businesses, and you'd be wise to always remember that. Venture-backed businesses, this is like the Olympics of business. That means that it has to clearly have hyper growth, hyper scale potential. So, make sure that your startup can fit that, big business type model. And other than that, just thanks, entrepreneurs. I really appreciate hearing your pitches, and best of luck with all your startups. Thanks.
Thank you, Dan. Appreciate that. Excellent feedback, guys. Such a great panel. We have amazing founders and investors joined today. Let's give some credit to LA Tech Week that united us today, and thank you, Anderson Horowitz, for putting it together. So we also thank our sponsor today, the Agentic. So please check out their website. It's an incredible company. And don't forget, you are part of GGW, Go Global World community. So if you're not yet on our chat, see in the chat, Alex just posted our links to Go Global World community. You can join. This is where founders help founders. This is a free community, but you need to be invited to be part of this. And since it's at no charge, you are gaining social capital of people like you. They have a very active network of founders that are willing to help other founders. And you also will be able to join the Pitch Bootcamp in early November. So sign up for our next event that will be happening in a few weeks, in 2 weeks. And also GGW is coming to Austin, Texas soon. So if you are there and you would like to join our GGW Sharks in there, we're gonna do something in there, and then we'll be also in there. And if you want GGW Shark to be in your city and you're willing to help us, you're willing to sponsor, or you have a venue, talk to us. Maybe we could come to your place. With that said, thank you everyone. That was a fantastic GGW Sharks 59. I wish everyone a great the rest of the week. And I'm gonna go to the finals of Startup World Cup today. That will be someone getting $1 million after us judging. Take care, guys, and look forward to seeing you all.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Daniel.
Thanks, bye.